What's going on, everyone? Welcome to some more Littleroot laddering. So today, we have this sweet Iron Jugulus team that Carl's put together. But like, Iron Jugulus isn't the big reason we're here, right? I want to do Sniper Kingdra things, which granted pairs really well next to Iron Jugulus. So we have Razor Claw, Sniper Kingdra here, next to Dragon Cheer, Iron Jugulus, next to Tailwind as well. We're just gonna try to do a billion% of damage. That's the goal, is have Kingdra just crit everything, and then we can just drop Dracos on them, and we're gonna just crit through it. So, yeah. Granted, we also have Electabuzz here, which pairs next to like Scrafty and Tinkaton. Scrafty's really gonna want to be sitting next to like Tinkaton or Ogerpon, so we can get off some big coachings, maybe a Swords Dance here and there. But yeah, Electabuzz having access to Follow Me now is really interesting, especially when you pair it with like Static as well. Just redirecting like Surging Strikes or anything like that into it, and just get that para off, eat the hits. Electabuzz is really interesting as a Follow Me Mon, and I'm interested to finally get to play it. But my heart and soul is here with Tinkaton, a Mon that is very near and dear to my heart. It's going to just come in, click Fake Out, drop a Gigaton Hammer or two, and just hopefully make our opponents miserable that way. But yeah, that's the team. I feel like we're pretty straightforward this week. We're gonna just try to do like hyper aggressive things with Iron Jugulus Kingdra. If that doesn't work, we have like Tinkaton, Scrafty to do stuff as well. So let's jump on to the ladder and see what we can do today. Interesting. I like what our opponents got going on here. I really like the idea of Roaring Moon in this current format, being able to just like Dragon Dance or Snarl or Knock Off and just like make your opponent miserable with Roaring Moon is definitely a game plan I can get behind. But I like our game plan more of trying to do Kingdra things. Unfortunately, Iron Jugulus Kingdra is not very good in the face of Fluttermane. What's our Terra type on Kingdra? We're Terra Grass. Okay. I'm assuming we're booster speed on this, right? Okay. So booster speed. Let us get a Dragon Cheer off. Terra, and then Dragon Cheer, just make them miserable. Is that the game plan I want to go for here? I don't think so. I think this is... Man, I really want Scrafty to be good, but I don't think it's the right choice here. I think this is Ogerpon Electabuzz up front, with Jug Kingdra in the back. Late game Kingdra sweep, maybe? We do need to watch out for like Thunderclap, but yeah, we'll make it work. So something I did not touch on in the intro, Razor Claw plus Dragon Cheer makes it where we're 100% like crit rate, I believe, because Dragon Cheer gives us +2 to crit. Razor Claw raises it to +3. I'm 99% sure that's how this works. Oh, perfect. Perfection. We got Mold Breaker here. We got Intimidate, which kind of sucks, but we'll take it. I'm just gonna Spiky Shield up, and I don't really want to Electro Web. We might as well. I think they're gonna Fake Out into the Ogerpon, so I think this is pretty safe to do this turn. Oh, nope, they just Fake Out the Electabuzz. That's fine. We get the Static immediately, so like Electabuzz has come in and done his job. And they're gonna drop a Draco onto Ogerpon. Perfect. Alright, so here's the play. We're gonna Swords Dance. And we're gonna click Follow Me. It's gonna get us to +1. I can see them swapping instant out. I could also see them going for a Parting Shot here. Hopefully it's Parting Shot and then they get parried and then they're sad. I do think like the inclusion of Incineroar in this current format is the reason that Hearthflame has not done as well as historically, like in Reg E. I don't think this is something I've talked about on the podcast at all. The fact that like we don't hit Incineroar for basically any kind of damage because they resist both of our stabs, is like slightly problematic for Ogerpon, while you're also like under intimidate pressure from them. So like they're able to just intimidate you and then also be really problematic for you when like you just can't do damage into them. But we're +1. I can see them Terra Amoongus here. I think if they do, I don't really care. I'm still just gonna go for the Ivy Cudgel into Amoongus. Could go for Helping Hand, but I think this is just an additional follow me. Okay, they just protect Amoongus. I could see this being a parting shot this turn. Hopefully this is just like a do-nothing turn for both sides. They're going to get that parting shot off. Okay. Luckily, it's into the Electabuzz and not the Ogerpon here for us. And then this next turn, I can go for a Taunt into the Amoongus to prevent them from scoring us, as well as to prevent them from getting to intimidate us. I mean, getting to protect in front of us as well. Alright, here goes Mischievous. Excuse me, that's a Flutter Mane. I can't believe that's the first time I've ever done that. I am genuinely surprised that's the first time I've ever made that mistake. That's a Flutter Mane. But they're not going to particularly care for this Ivy Cudgel going their way. I'm going to taunt their Amoongus. They can't Rage Powder away this. I could see them also just swapping Flutter out into Incen again. But then they're going to be taking an Ivy Cudgel, so like I don't really care. Yep, there goes Flutter. Bye-bye, Flutter. Okay, just a double swap here. I feel like we're not really accomplishing anything currently, but like I also feel like they're not doing anything, so I don't really care. Bonk. No parting shot for you. I'm gonna Swords Dance. And yeah, I'll go for an Electroweb. Okay, once again they fake out the Electabuzz. That's completely fine. I get my Swords Dance off. Now I'm +2. They're gonna drop a Draco on me again. They are, but they've missed, so you know that's cool. So now I could Terra Fire here. I have no reason to swap. Like, they're not dealing with my board, but also at the same time, I'm not really dealing with theirs. I could just Swords Dance again. Yeah, I like Swords Dance follow me here. Go to +4. Just keep Ogerpon super healthy. Notably, they can't ever Thunderclap me if I have Electabuzz out, who just eats that like it's no big deal. Holy cow. They're going to Flare Blitz here, which is going to not KO us. Electabuzz, oh, come on! That's fine. That's so incredibly fine. It's not that even big of a deal. Electabuzz got the para. It's only fair that they get the burn. So I'm currently +4 on Ogerpon. We saw how much a neutral hit into Raging Bolt did, so I kind of want to bring out Kingdra. Iron Jugulus Dragon Shear this turn seems really cool too. It's not guaranteed crits, but we're way more likely to crit. I like Kingdra. Kingdra pressures both of their mons really effectively here. So I'm going to go for an Ivy Cudgel into the Raging Bolt, and I'm going to... Scald into the Ensign in the chance that they swap out Raging Bolt into Flutter. They could Parting Shot this turn. I don't particularly care if they do. I feel pretty good about our current position. Okay, we take out the Ensign. Was that a crit? It was. Okay. So no Parting Shots anymore. They are just going to drop a Draco onto Kingdra, which is not... which does eat! Holy cow. I guess they were -2. So this turn, I can protect Kingdra. And KO the Flutter. I feel like we're in a not terrible position currently. Okay, their Terra finally comes out. I could see this being Flutter, going for... Oh, it's going to be Raging Bolt. Terra Fairy? Terra Electric. I'm going to try to get some Thunderclaps off on me. But, like, I just KO the Flutter here, and then... They're Raging Bolt at -4 special attack. I don't particularly care about what it's got going on at this point. Like, this isn't going to do a lot unless they crit. Yeah, they did a total of 17 damage. A little more than 17 damage. Alright, so Amoonguss comes out. I KO it. And I'm going to swap out into Jug this turn so they don't KO the Kingdra. Because, like, they can't Thunderclap that slot, so it just gives me a free turn if that's what they're going for, to try to KO. They probably just protect the Amoonguss this turn, though, right? I think I should have Spiky Shielded. Maybe going for a double protect. Here's my booster speed. Okay, they do go for the Thunderclap into that slot. They're not protecting, so they're going to lose their Amoonguss here. Okay. This game should be wrapped up. They're -4 and they're Raging Bolt. I only lose to crit. And even if they crit, I am... +4, so... I came to Dragon Cheer. I'm gonna Dragon Cheer. No Thunderclap coming out this turn. Alright, I'm +6, plus boosted crit rate. And they miss. Good job, Ogre Pawn. I don't even think they had to crit so many times here in a row that I think this is just fine. They're technically not out of this game, but the likelihood of them winning just turned to 0. Now they're -5. The Ivy Cudgel is going to... +6, crit boosted, Ivy Cudgels. Yeah, absolutely. Perfect. Really good Electabuzz game. Really, really good Electabuzz game for us. Sand? Sand with Sinistra is really cool. Scrafty seems really good here. Let's intimidate them down, get some coachings off. Tinkaton also looks really good into everything not named Excadrill, and, like... Yeah, exactly like Excadrill. And they probably have, like, Sacred Sword on Gallade. Yeah, I really like Scrafty here. I like Tinkaton quite a bit. Does Scrafty outspeed my Tink? Probably not, right? 28. 155. Yeah, absolutely not. But I can get like Fake Out plus coaching. That'll make them sad. And then I don't particularly care for Ogerpon. I think this is just Jug plus Kingdra in the back. This is really bad into booster speed flood booster speed bundle. But I bet there's Sash on... actually, they could be Sash on Excadrill. I think I like this. I don't think they're going to be Sash on Bundle because they have Sand. Is my thought process. So if they are booster speed, then we're going to be sad, I think is the best way to put it. Gallade T-Tar. Alright, here's my Mold Breaker. Here's my Intimidate. Scrafty is faster than Tyranitar, which makes me think they're trying to do Trick Room things here. So I'm going to go for Coaching. And I'm going to go for a Fake Out into Gallade. I'm going to ignore the Tyranitar currently. I like this play. I like this line a lot here. Okay, we get our Fake Out off. We did damage. We get our coaching off. They're not going for Trick Room notably, so probably just trying to attack. Gonna get our defense boost, which is obviously very good. And they're gonna go for a Stomping Tantrum, which we... Blade is going to take some chip. Scrafty is going to take some chip. I completely forgot Scrafty had access to Fake Out too. I'm going to go for a knockoff into Gallade. And I think I'm going to drop a Gigaton Hammer on the T-Tar. Okay, here comes the Terra from them. Into Tyranitar. Terra flying. So here's the thing about that. I don't know if you eat a +1 Gigaton Hammer. You eat that very well, actually. But we eat that Sacred Sword. Get rid of whatever you're holding. Aya Papa Berry. Rock Slide is not going to do enough. Okay. And now Gallade takes chip. Scrafty takes chip. And Tyranitar takes chip. So now I'm going to knock off into the Tyranitar. And go for a Play Rough into the Gallade to knock it out. Okay, Tyranitar goes out. That's fine. This could be Excadrill coming in. Which, taking a knock off into that slot seems pretty okay. Just don't miss the Play Rough. Perfect. Thank you, Tink. And take a knockoff. That's a lot of damage. Gonna get rid of their clear amulets. Tyranitar could come back out here. It is going to be Tyranitar. Okay. I think I want to pivot Scrafty out. I think I'm going to go into Jug. Am I fine to let Tink go down? If I do, I get a free switch back into Scrafty, or I can bring in Kingdra. We only have 1 turn of sand left, 2 turns. I'm going to Rock Tomb the Tyranitar. I think Tink is going down this turn. Could be like a high horsepower into that slot. Could be an Earthquake as well. Seeing how they're paired next to Terra Flying Tyranitar. Yeah, it is going to just be an Earthquake, which is only going to affect exactly Tinkaton. Which is going to be enough KO. They're going to go for a knockoff, but that's not going to do a lot because 1, I resist, and 2, I don't have an item. So now I get to bring back out Scrafty, who's going to get an Intimidate off. Notably into both of their bonds because they don't have a clear Amulet on Excadrill anymore. Then I'm going to click Tailwind and pivot out into Kingdra this turn. Then next turn I can go for Dragon Cheer plus Scald, maybe? Okay, T-Tar's going to go out, so they're going to try to reset to Sand next turn. They're going to bring out Bundle. That's not very good for us. Okay, they are Booster. That is very good for us, because I'm going to be able to outspeed it. They're just going to protect us. Perfect turn for us. Because now I get my Tailwind up. So now I could Dragon Cheer, or I could Snarl. I think I'm just going to Dragon Cheer. If I Terra Grass, I'm only 2 times weak to... I don't think I have a reason to Terra Grass. I think I'm just going to drop a Draco on the bundle. And we're just simply not going to miss. Tyranitar comes back out. Don't particularly care. Mainstream goes back up. It's just going to do some shit. Dragon Cheer goes up. Now I'm going to crit a Draco into their bundle, and they're going to be set. They're faster! No! Kingdra, why? Why? That's unfortunate. I expected Kingdra to outspeed bundle. That's on me. But I am going to get an Intimidate off into Tyranitar. Problem is, I have 2 support Pokemon out, and not a lot of damage output at this point. Whereas they still have Bundle and Excadrill. So we can Snarl. We can Fake Out into Bundle, I guess. I don't want to give them a free swap. Yeah, they just protected Bundle, that's fine. I don't think we're going to win this game now. I really expected Kingdra to outspeed Bundle, and that's on me for thinking he would. Yeah, get that chip on T-Tar. Yeah, they just dropped right here. Notably, Bundle is slower than Jug. If I can get this off, I'm gonna go for a knockoff into T-Tar. Because it still has its item. It's the only Pokemon. Alright, well. We crit the T-Tar. Gonna drop the special attack on the Bundle, but I have a feeling I'm gonna lose my Jugulus this turn. Icy Wind. Just enough to KO the Jugulus. Yeah, alright. I think we're dead. Unless this knockoff does 1,000,000,000%, which I just don't anticipate. Crit? Nope. Alright, I think we're dead. They're officially going to be able to outspeed me. Especially now that my Tailwind's over. They have Sand up for Excadrill. I think we're dead. Dang it, Kingdra. This is clearly Kingdra's fault and not mine for knowing it would be slower. Okay, pretty standard team here from our opponent. Nothing overly crazy going on their side. I like Electabuzz here. I like Jug. I like Kingdra. I don't think this is a tank game. I think we're just going to be intimidated, and then we're going to do 0%. I don't particularly care for Scrafty either. We're weak to Bleak Wind. We're weak to Dazzling Gleam. We're weak to Close Combat. Yeah, I don't think this is a Scrafty game. I think this is a Jugulus Kingdra game with Ogerpon and Electabuzz in the end game here. I could see leading Electabuzz and just firing off a bunch of Electrowebs to make them sad and like outspeeding them that way. But I think the idea of trying to get my Tailwind up and KOing, they're going to be able to set Tailwind before I am because they have Prankster. Alright, it's going to be Urshifu, Tornadus. Could be Scarf on the Urshifu, could be Mystic Water. But I should outspeed Scarf if they go for Rain Dance. I go for Tailwind. And drop a Draco on their Urshifu. Okay, their Tailwind goes up. They should now outspeed me. Oh, I still outspeed them. Okay. But Urshifu should outspeed my Kingdra. No! Okay. Just like Close Combat? No, just let me Thunder Strikes, which we eat. Yeah, now I'm going to get a Dragon Cheer up and then make their life really sad. Because Jugulus is going to be the fastest thing on the field. They can't taunt me. Then I get to KO their Urshifu. If they detect here, I'm fine with that as well. Oh, I thought we would live. Oh, that's sad. Just crit anyway. Oh, come on. Alright, Kingdra's got to come out this turn. Electabuzz is going to come in. I'm going to get a Electroweb off into them to KO. And we're going to pivot Ogerpon in as well. Ogerpon's going to have to take this Bleak Wind. I don't know how well we take this. Not very. And they get the speed drop into my Electabuzz. Get the static make them sad? Heck yeah. Alright, well, Urshifu's gonna go down, as long as we connect the Electro Web. And hopefully there's Sash and not Covert Cloak on the Tornadus. Okay. So now Ogerpon should outspeed them. This is their last turn of Tailwind as well, so if we can KO the Tornadus this turn, we're in a pretty good position. Unless they have Incineroar to come in this turn. I'm going to taunt the Tornadus, and I'm going to pivot Ogerpon back out into Kingdra. Perfect. Missed the Kingdra? No! Okay, that's kind of fine. I'm gonna get this taunt off, so they're not gonna be able to reset Tailwind. Dueling Tailwinds are over. I'm gonna get to bring back out Ogerpon here. Problem is they can just Terra. I mean, they can just like Parting Shot here. I'm going to Electro Web, and I'm going to Ivy Cudgel into the Tornadus. I could Terra here. I think I probably should have, actually. Miss the Ogerpon. Double miss? Perfect. Okay, they go for Parting Shot. That's completely fine. We're going to get a speed drop on whatever comes in here. And I'm gonna get to KO the Tornadus. Be Raging Bolt. That's really not what I wanted to see. That's not good. That's really bad. Remember that time I had a Kingdra on the field, guys? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Maybe taunting them was incorrect. Like, based on what they have left, I don't care if Tailwind went up, and I actually would have kind of preferred them to set Tailwind. I'm going to click Electro Web, and I'm going to click Spiky Shield. So I'm currently -2 on Ogerpon. They're going to Terra. Please be like, not Terra Dragon. Please be anything but Terra Dragon. Okay, I think I can beat that. The fact that they are no longer resisting my attack is really good for me. Okay, they're going to take Chip. Thank you, Spiky Shield. Get Electro Web. And we crit the Raging Bolt. Even better. Good job, Electabuzz. We eat? No, Electabuzz, you're supposed to eat! Alright, I think we're dead. I think we are officially dead. My only play here is to stall out Thunderclaps. It's going to be at -1. And protecting notes are really good for me. He's going to put me at +1. I don't quite know how I'm going to take out this Incineroar yet. This puts me back to neutral. This turn, they just protected. I'm going to Swords Dance. Okay. +2. Ow. We Spiky Shield this turn. Okay, they knock off, take some more chip. Alright, we failed. We failed the Spiky Shield, so we're dead. Maybe they went for Parting Shot. Nope. Alright. Oh, I'm mad. Stupid Aqua Jet. I thought we would live. Thought we would live, and we didn't. So what did we learn today? I think the big takeaway is that Iron Dragulus plus Kingdra is really powerful if you get to set it up. And unfortunately, we were just never in a position to be able to set Tailwind and Dragon Cheer and be able to pressure our opponent, right? We were able to do both against the Sand team, and then we were just outsped by Pundle before Kingdra got to attack and we got KO'd. We were able to set up half of it against like the Torn Food teams, and then we'd lose Jugulus, and then we weren't able to set it up. And so like there's a lot of things that have to go right for Jugulus in my opinion. And unfortunately, today just wasn't Kingdra's day. The Scrafty Tinkaton stuff was really fun. Being able to pressure your opponent a lot with being able to like hit them with Fake Out and then like get a coaching off. I do kind of wish that Scrafty had some type of like Drain Punch on it instead of maybe like Detect, if you want me to be honest. Or instead of like Fake Out, maybe. Like, if we just drop Fake Out for, like, Drain Punch, I think that, you're able to pressure, like, the King Gambits running around. You're able to pressure, like, Chi-Yu. Can pressure Qianpao as well. Like, fighting is actually a really okay, like, coverage type right now. Especially if you have, like, Stab on it. The downside is if you're Stab, you're weak to Flutter Mane. And that's where Tinkaton comes in, right? Being able to drop, like, a giant Gigaton hammer onto a Tinkaton seems... into a Flutter Mane seems really good. And Electabuzz, I think, was the other thing that really, really stood out to me on this team. Having access to the Follow Me, Helping Hand, like, everything on Electabuzz, we got to do today. We were able to click Follow Me, plus Swords Dance a bunch with Ogerpon, Electroweb for extra speed control, we got to taunt the Tornadus, Helping Hand was able to let us do extra damage. Like, Electabuzz was really, really good for us all day. Unfortunately, I just don't think today was the day for Kingdra on ladder. And I think a big part of that is it's Kingdra. So yeah. It's not great, and unfortunately, I think it takes a lot for it to get to do its thing. But when it does, it's very powerful. And unfortunately, that's just not how it's gonna be today. So yeah, if you want to try to do the thing, by all means, check out the rental code up above. And huge shout outs to Carl for putting this one together for me, as always. And until next time, everyone, thank you so much. And we will see you later this week with some more Littleroot laddering. Have a good one. Peace.